Is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge in 5. I'm your host, Allan Bell. We have a fantastic show lined up for you this Thursday on the second to last Early Edge in 5 episode of the year. We will be transitioning off of this show just because we have so many ready for the NFL season, college football season, plus MLB playoffs, NBA season starting, you name it. Early Edge in 5 isn't going away, though. It'll be back after the Super Bowl, getting this thing fired up. But yeah, during football season, we just have so much. But enough about that. Let's take a look at how we did on Wednesday here. And look at this. Our man, EC, that's a 1, 2, 3-0, my dude. I'm proud of you. You went through what so many of us bettors, really all of us, go through of just hitting a bad streak. And you know what? Dude, I'm proud of you. You kept your chin up, chest out, fired these picks, got yourself out of it. So that's a nice day we had on Wednesday. All right, let's bring in the stars of the show here because we have no time to waste running. What is this, 5 wide? Spector, I can't count. 5 wide here?
5 wide, AB. We gotta go big for the last couple shows, right? The penultimate show. Here it is.
See, you know what? EC, we just learned a new word, buddy. Me and you. Learned it.
You know, we don't have vocabulary like that at ECU. Let me tell you that.
Hey, how does it feel, buddy? 3-0 night, man. Good job.
You know what? It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to do it again tonight. But you know what? After the struggles of the last 2 weeks, it felt great to get a relatively easy 3-0.
Yeah, you know what? I'm proud of you, buddy. I was happy to see it. I know we all were. We were texting about it. And look, again, man, you know, that's betting, right? Like, you know, It's a lot like baseball. It's a numbers game, man. And those streaks happen to all of us. And I was proud of you, buddy. You fought through it. Great job on that one. Speaking of that, tonight on CBS Sports HQ, 6 p.m. Eastern on SportsLine, Tom Fornelli, Kenny White, Chip Patterson breaking down college football and Major League Baseball. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, is this the coach, EC, Zach Simony, and Chip Patterson? Is this true, EC?
There will be no loss for words on that show. Let me put it that way.
Buddy, I tell you what, man, I was on that show last night, and I am fired up to watch you tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll all be paying attention. It's going to be great. Now, Spector,
what happens when I go 3-0? AB, what happens when I go 3-0? They put me on the HQ. What can I say?
That's what I was going to say, dude. Well done on that one. You know what? Everybody in the whole company is, you know what, not only pulling for you, but a proud graduate of EC University. Spector, take care of your brother here. He had a great night. Lead us off, man. What you got?
Yeah, I'll lead us off. My degrees are from a little better than EC University, but you know,
there it is. There it is.
We're gonna
be happy that long.
We're gonna go back to Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -105. Was my last bets pick the one game where Mookie didn't go over this line in his last 10? Yeah, it was. But am I scared of Spencer Strider on the mound tonight? Absolutely not. Betts has gone over this line in 22 of his last 25 games, 88% of the time. He's averaging 3.88 hits, runs, and RBIs per game. I don't care about the matchup, but even if I did care about the matchup, in the 3 plate appearances that Betts has had against Spencer Strider, it's resulted in a double, a walk, and a strikeout. That's 2 out of 3 times on base. I like that opportunity for Betts tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll tell you what, somebody who played both Mookie and Freddie last night, I mean, they just teed off. Those two guys, like, I'm so fired up to watch this series that I understand it's regular season. We'll probably see a rematch here once the playoffs get here. But these two lineups, dude, especially 1 through 4, like you could get into trouble right after the leadoff hitter. Acuna and Mookie Betts, dude. It's just amazing, man. I can't wait to watch it. Good pick on that one. Barner, all right. You got a couple plays here, buddy. Fire it up. What you got?
All right. I'm going to try not to get emotional on my last Early Edge in 5 until next year. I'm holding back tears here. So first we're going to do Lance Lynn over 5.5 hits allowed at -105. Now, he's given up 5 or fewer hits in 4 of his 5 starts with the Dodgers, but he pitched against some pretty bad lineups. In 4 of those games, 3 of them were against teams that are in the bottom 7 in baseball in hits. Last outing, he faced the Red Sox, a much better lineup. They got 10 hits off of him. The Braves have the most hits in baseball. They faced him earlier this season and got 6 hits over 5 in the 3rd innings. At near even odds here, I can't pass this one up. And then this might not be a sexy play, but we're going to go to the Giants and Padres game. We're going to do Giants over 3.5 team total runs at -145 on DraftKings. They are facing Pedro Avila, who had an 8.57 ERA and a 7.09 FIP over 55 2/3 innings at AAA this year. He generally didn't pitch much. He had 19 appearances, 15 which were starts over those 55 2/3 innings at AAA. Now, the Padres bullpen is also in bad shape for this game. Josh Hader's pitched in each of the last 3 games, so he won't pitch today. Scott Barlow has pitched in 2 straight, and that included a 25-pitch 1 2/3 innings outing yesterday. So I think the combination of Avila and the low end of the Padres bullpen, we get at least 4 runs from the Giants.
There we go. I'll tell you what, man, it's been a sexy pick as of late. The Giants been playing great baseball. Spector, I don't know what you're doing over there in the clubhouse, but keep that up, dude.
Finally, it was after I made that comment about them when they were playing the Braves, how I walked by and I heard cheering, knew it was the Braves. After that, they've been on fire.
By the way, I do want to say that I jinxed Alex Cobb's no-hitter the other night when I told Spector after the 8th inning, I was like, walk across the street, go to the ballpark. Sorry, Alex Cobb.
You text that right before. Before. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Dude, that's funny, man. All right, PropStarz. The man. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything because I don't want to pull any of the J word whatsoever. You just let it rip, bro. What you got?
All right, my man. Yeah, we're pulling a page out of your book, AB. I'm going with 2 Braves props here. We're going to go Ronald Acuna over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Ozzy Albies over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Both these you can find them around -150, -160. Quite a bit of juice here, but I think it's worth the squeeze considering both these numbers are almost always 2.5. Facing Lance Lynn, who is, in my opinion, a serious regression candidate. He's pitched very well since joining the Dodgers near the trade deadline. But yeah, like I mentioned, I think he's performing above expectations, and I think this Braves lineup can certainly have success against them. So yeah, getting the guys who are top 2 in the order to go over this number, I think, is a really good value. So going to take both these guys over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
Buddy, I love it, man. Great calls. Obviously, those are, 2 guys, especially Acuna, that I play almost literally daily. And I'll tell you what, you picked up on something, all right? And I'm going to go, and I'll leave you guys on screen because PropStarz, you absolutely picked on something with these bets that we've been doing with the Braves, and I'm doing it again tonight. And I've never even brought it up on the show. When playing multiple Braves players, especially in regards to hits, runs, and RBIs, play 2 hitters that are, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. 1, we are going to go Austin Riley, the 3rd hitter in the Braves lineup, 1+ hit, and both the Braves and Dodgers to score over 1.5 runs at -110 again. Riley can be the guy, the straw that stirs the drink here in regards to Acuna and Albies hitting in front of him. Not to mention what gets the Braves going so much is the back end of their lineup. 7, 8, and 9 get on base and get hits. So it gives you opportunities there for what Props was talking about in regards to driving in RBIs, hits, and Acuna or Albies gets on. Dude, Riley can bring him in. The same thing as the number 4 hitter for the Braves. We're going Matt Olson, 1+ hit, and both teams to score over 1.5 runs as well at -110. Look, lefties have mashed against Lance Lynn. They are hitting almost 60 points higher in regards to their batting average, and he's given up more hits to lefties than he has to righties and faced about 28% in regards to the 100% pie of batters that he has faced in regards to that. Spector, I tried to go percentages. I think I sounded okay with that. But yeah, Matt Olson, 1+hit. Right. And both teams to score over 1.5 runs. We're also going to play Matt Olson over half of a walk here at -105. 1, we're going to protect ourselves in the lineup. And number 2, Matt Olson could get both of these because in a lineup like the Braves and the Dodgers, quite frankly, the first 4 hitters, go look at their total ABs over the season. They churn this lineup so much more than other teams do that over the course of a week, you get more at-bats. So I think we're going to see that tonight. We're going to protect ourselves too. Olsen over half of a walk. All right, last one in this game because we only have 4 Major League Baseball games. Specs, I'm following you. Mookie Betts, 1+ hit, and both teams to score over 1.5 runs at plus 100. Specs broke it down. I don't need to go any further. Lastly, EC, page out of your book. The AB3 is back tonight, plus 115. All right, 3-leg parlay. NC State money line, Utah money line, Minnesota money line. That's it. Not messing with any spreads, not messing with any of it. NC State money line, Utah money line, Minnesota money line at plus 115. Okay, enough of me yapping. EC, buddy, crushed it. Keep it going. What you got?
Well, AB, it's time for college football, and that's my favorite sport. It's opening night. I mean, forget week 0. Tonight is opening night. So we got 3 college football plays for everybody on the penultimate day of early edge in 5. Let's start with UCF and Kent State over 54.5 at minus 110. So the thing about Kent State is they have 0 offensive starters returning, only 4 defensive starters. Their head coach left to become Deion Sanders' offensive. What's that?
Where'd they all go? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Where'd they go?
Well, the head coach went to Colorado to become Deion's OC. So everybody else bolted. Like the quarterback went to UCLA. The running back, I can't remember where he went, but it was somewhere pretty good. So they're the least experienced team in FBS. It's a rough go. Now, Central Florida has 8 returning starters on offense from a team that averaged 32.9 points a game last year. Tonight, I think they score 45 or more. Heck, they may even score 50. We just need 1 score from Kent State is what I predict. Maybe a little rain in the forecast. This number's gone down a little bit. I think I got it on the site at like 55.5 or 56.5. Fine, I'm playing it anything under 57.5. Let's roll with this over 54.5 for UCF Kent State. Then I was looking this morning, the lines for FCS games come out a little bit late. Let's roll with Missouri minus 29.5 against South Dakota. I got to play a Chip Patterson special. As we saw in the college football show yesterday, he loves playing those big numbers. South Dakota, they flat out stink. They went 3-9 last season, and you don't even know what's going on with them because they don't have like practice reports. You can't read up anything on them. Missouri has a new offensive coordinator, Kirby Moore, whose brother you might know of, Kellen Moore, now the offensive coordinator for the LA Chargers. He came from Fresno State, which had a potent offense. Missouri playing kind of a quarterback rotation. Their defense is actually pretty good. I expect them to blow out South Dakota. I'd be surprised if the Jackrabbits score more than 10 points. And then finally, we have a college football alternate line parlay. Get ready for this one. So AB had Utah money line. We're going to stick with that. I love this is Florida's first non-conference game outside the state of Florida since 1991. Said that on the college football show. I like Nebraska plus 11.5. Give me an extra, 4 points onto the line right now. I think they can lose 21-10 game, but I think under Matt Rule, they're going to keep this game close. The third one is the tricky one. UConn plus 24.5. This was a bowl team last year, 6-7. NC State breaking in a new quarterback, Brennan Armstrong, formerly of Virginia. I think UConn at home finds a way to keep this one within 3 touchdowns, and we will take all 3 of these at plus 180 on FanDuel, AB.
Dude, I like that. UConn plus 24.5. I mean, you essentially moved that 10.5 points. I think it sits, plus 14 right now?
Yeah, so I wanted to buy that one. I bought Nebraska 4.5, and then I got the money line on Utah. I feel pretty good at a plus 180 with those odds. Let's roll with it.
We spoke about UConn last night on CBS Sports HQ. They're an unbelievably well-coached football team. Unbelievably. They play above their heads week in and week out, dude. Yeah, and you moving the line that much, man. Solid, dude. Solid payout right there. All right, everybody grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a look at the recap here. EC is on Kent State, UCF. That at the bounce house there in Orlando, over 54.5. Missouri minus 29.5. And then a college football alternate line parlay at plus 180. We got Utah money line, Nebraska plus 11.5, and UConn plus 24.5. Speculator is on Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 105. Mike Barner is on Lance Lynn over 5.5 hits. Let's go on that one, minus 105. And the Giants team total over 3.5 at minus 145. PropStarz is on Ronald Acuna over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 160. And Ozzie Albies over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 155. I'm on Matt Olson, 1+ hit, and both teams to score over 1.5 runs, minus 110. Matt Olson over half a walk, minus 105. Austin Riley, 1+ hit, both teams to score over 1.5, minus 110. Mookie Betts, 1+ hit, and both teams to score over 1.5 at plus 100. And then a 3-leg college football money line parlay tonight. NC State money line, Utah money line, Minnesota money line comes out at plus 115. Okay. Boys, well done on that one. All right. Anybody have any hot takes on Florida, Utah tonight?
Yeah, can you believe that this Florida team I can't get over the stat. Spector wasn't even born the last time they played a non-conference game outside the state of Florida. Think about that. That is ridiculous. A non-conference regular season game. Think about that. You weren't even born. 1991, right?
I was not. No.
Yeah, exactly. What a crazy stat. Utah has only played one team in their last 2 years at home to under 10 points. That was last year's USC team. They've beaten everybody else by 10 or more at home. Just saying that.
There you go.
I don't care who the quarterback is.
Good stat right there.
That is perfect way to end the show. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be live at normal time Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, and this show back at 4 p.m. Eastern. But until then, best of luck. Cash these tickets tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.